Hello everyone. Today we'll discuss the general characteristics of phylum Platyhelminths and the representative animals from the phylum Platyhelminths. What are platyhelminths? These are the flatworms. Platy means flat, helminths means worms. These platyhelminths are bilaterally symmetrical and dorsoventrally flattened worms. The body shape of these worms is vary from moderately elongated flattened shape to long flat ribbon shape or leaf-like. The flatworms are small to moderate in size and varying from microscopic to extremely long or elongated forms measuring up to 10 to 50 meters. The majority of flatworms are white, colorless. Some derive their color from the ingested food, while free living forms are brown, gray, black, or brilliantly colored. The anterior end of these platyhelminths is differentiated into head. The presence of great variety of adhesive secretions, then organs of attachment and organs for the adhesion, that is the hooks and suckers, are present in the head region. Then exoskeleton and endoskeleton are completely absent. Hence, the body of these animals is generally soft. These are acoelomate, that is, true coelom is absent. The respiratory and the circulatory systems are absent. The nervous system in platyhelminths is primitive and ladder type. The sexes are united, that is a hermaphrodite, that is male and female sexes are together with very few exceptions. The reproductive system in these animals is highly evolved or complex in most of the forms. And these flatworms are either free living or ectoparasites or endocommensals or parasites. So these are the general characteristics of the phylum Platyhelminths. Then come to the classification. These phylum Platyhelminths that is broadly divided into these three classes, that is the Turbellaria, then the Trematoda and the class Cystoda. From these three different classes, the three different orders, we have to observe or the study the three different specimens belonging to three different classes. That is, the first one is a planaria, second one is a fasciola hepatica, and the third one is a tinea solium. The planaria belongs to the order Turbellaria. The fasciola, it belongs to the order, that is a Digenea, and the tinea solium, it belongs to the order Tinoidea. So this platyhelminths, it is classified into the Turbellaria, Trematoda and Cystoda, and the three animals, that is the Planaria, Fasciola and the Tinea solium, these are belonging to the order Tricladida, Digenea and the Tinoidea. Then the first animal, that is a planaria, this the classification of the planaria, that is the phylum Platyhelminths, class is a Turbellaria, order is a Tricladida, and the genus is the planaria. The characteristic features of planaria are the body of planaria is elongated, bilaterally symmetrical, and dorsoventrally flattened. They are 2 to 15 millimeter in length and brown to black in color. The head is triangular with conspicuous auricles and two eyes. This is a planaria. This is the belonging to the class Turbellaria and the order is a Triclinidae. These are the two eyes and these are at the head region. This is the head region and this is the auricle. This is the dorsal surface and you can observe this is a ventral surface of this and this is the adhesive zone and this is a mouth and below this mouth there is a what? The gonopore. So this head is a triangular with a conspicuous auricles and two eyes. The digestive system in this planaria consists of mouth, proboscis, larynx, and branched intestine. The mouth is situated on the ventral surface behind the middle of the worm. The genital pore is situated little posterior to mouth. This is the mouth behind the middle. This is the middle part. Behind the middle, there is an opening on the ventral surface that is a mouth, and slightly below the mouth or behind the mouth, there is a small opening, and that we called it as a gonopore. Then, next to this, the reproduction is sexual, asexual, and by the regeneration process. These animals having the great power of regeneration. These are found in freshwater streams, springs, ponds, and lakes. So these are the characteristics of the planaria, classification of the planaria, and you have to draw this diagram. You can draw the any two diagram, this one and the two. These you have to draw, and you need not to draw or you need not to draw this diagram. You draw this one diagram and another one, this two. Then the second animal which is belonging to the platyhelminths is the fasciola, which is belonging to the class Trematoda and the order Digynia. This fasciola hepatica, that is hepata means liver, that it infects the liver of the sheep and therefore it is called as a what? The liver fluke. The fasciola hepatica is commonly known as a liver fluke and the body is leaf-like and dorsoventrally flattened, measuring 25 to 30 mm in length and 4 to 5 mm in breadth. This is the hepatica. This is the fasciola hepatica, and this is the body is a leaf-like. At the end or the extreme end, there is a excretory pore and these are the adhesive structure that is acetabulum and this is the oral sucker mouth and this is the gonopore which is present at the anterior end. This is the same having the digestive system. This is the branch digestive system and these are the oral sucker and what acetabulum structure. Then the anterior end of the spatula hepatica is small and conical, while posterior end is large, more rounded in front than the behind. An oral sucker is situated apically and larger, highly muscular ventral sucker that is a acetabulum is located a little posterior to the oral sucker. Means at the anterior end, there is a oral sucker, and just behind to this, that is a ventral sucker or acetabulum is there. Then mouth is situated at the anterior end and is surrounded by the oral sucker. The digestive system is simple. Pharynx is muscular, esophagus short and branched, and diverticulate intestine. The excretory pore lies in the extreme posterior end of the body, as we have earlier seen. This is the excretory pore which is present at the extreme end of the body. Then the hermaphrodite. This having the both the sexes together, male and the female. It is a parasite and the life cycle is completed in the two hosts, that is ship and the limnia. The one host is a ship and another one is a limnia. Therefore, it is a digenia. Di means two and genia genus. Means it completes its life cycle in two genera and therefore that is the digenia. The one host is ship and another host is a limnia. It causes a disease known as a liver rot, rotting sadana ya galana. That is the liver rot in sheep. So this is regarding the general characteristics of the this fasciola hepatica which causes the disease liver rot. At the extreme end there is a what? The excretory pore. At the anterior end there is a mouth. Mouth is surrounded by the oral sucker. Behind this there is a opening that is a gonopore and on ventral side there is a adhesive structure that we called it as a acetabulum. Then the next is a tinea solium. The Tinea solium is the third animal belonging to the what these platyhelminths that belongs to the class Cystoda and the order is a Tinoidea and the genus is Tinea. The Tinea solium is commonly known as a tapeworm. This is a common tapeworm. This is a ribbon-like. The structure is how it is, the animal structure. It is a ribbon-like. And this is the mouth or the anterior end of the body having the hooks for the attachment to the host. And these hooks are present in a circular row that is called as a rostrum, and these are the four suckers in the mouth region. So this tinea solium, this the body consists of scolex or head, neck and strobili or body segments. The scolex is smaller than the head of head. About it is a head of about 1 millimeter in diameter and it is the organ of attachment and it bears how many suckers? These having the four suckers. These are the four suckers. This head bears a what? The four suckers and a rostrum which have a double circlet of hooks. This rostrum having the double circlet of hooks and these hooks generally the 28 to 38 in number. These having the what? These are the hooks. These the small hooks alternate with the large hook. This is the large hook and this is a large hook and this is a small hook. This is the large hook and the small hooks. They alternate with each other and there are the two rows of the hooks at the rostrum. Then the behind the scolex is a thin unsegmented neck. Behind this scolex, without segmented, the neck is there. And after that, there is a three parts. One is the part that is of the immature proglottid. Then next to that, the mature proglottid is there. And lastly, these are the gravid proglottids. So each strobili behind the scolex, there is an unsegmented neck and strobili or body consist of large number of segments, nearly 800 or more in number, and each segment is called as a proglottid. Each proglottid contains a set of both the reproductive organs, that is male as well as female organs, a part of excretory and nervous system, and lateral genital opening. This part, that is, these are the strobili, entire part that is the strobili, and it comprises of immature proglottid, doesn't having the mature reproductive system. Mature proglottids having both the mature male as well as the female reproductive system and is gravid. In this gravid, only the uterus with the fertilized egg is there. And this This life cycle it involves the two hosts that are the man and the pig. It completes its life cycle in two hosts. What are these two hosts? Man and the pig. And man gets infection by consuming the infected pork or the misly pork of the pig. It is a parasite. It is found in intestine of man and it causes a disease that is called as a teniasis. As the disease is caused by tinea, the name of the disease is called as a what? Teniasis. So this diagram you have to draw. That is the classification is the phylum Platyhelminths, class Cystoda, order Tenoidea, and the genus is the Taenia. So this diagram you have to draw in your record. Then you doesn't need to draw this diagram. Eh, And next to this is the mature proglottid. It's showing the what this pair of ovaries as well as the what these are the testes or these are that is the complete set of the male and the female reproductive system is there in the what each proglottid. So this is regarding the entire platyhelminths. Thank you.